All right. Let's go ahead and hit the intro then. Oh, wait. Flip that over. Now we'll hit the intro. Starting at 9:05. That's pretty good.
That is very impressive.
Yeah. What's up? Welcome to the Pamphlet. This is Nick Kelly, and this is the Pamphlet. Adam, how you doing?
I'm good. How's life going down there in Florida?
Oh, boy. Fun. I tell you what, when you think Halloween is a kid's holiday, so like when you have kids, it's going to get like a lot more fun. The fun just was...
Kids
almost too
screaming
much
and
for me
crying.
to handle. Too much for me to handle. Yeah, it was great. It kicked off at the in-laws, the mother-in-law's house, in which the bigger one refused to go on the potty. Apparently, that's the hill she's willing to die on. And it's like, look, if you don't go to the potty, you're not putting on your costume, and therefore you're not going anywhere else. Well, she wouldn't do it, and they wanted her to be held on the potty, so I had to hold her on the potty. She went. I think she didn't realize she went, but yeah,
Screaming the whole time.
Screaming, just absolutely screaming, to the point where my wife had to come in and be like, I think we should just give up. We're making my mom uncomfortable. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
This sounds like
Exactly
every
as
single this sounds like every single one of my bowel movements. Uncontrollable screaming.
Everybody.
Everyone very uncomfortable.
Oh shit. That's funny.
I saw you about to spit your drink up. I could see it coming. Oh, fuck.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean that was fun. And then she eventually calmed down and we went to a couple different places. And we ended the night at my mom's house. And everything started great. But there was like a turning point where we didn't see it coming quick enough. And man, it went to shit. I mean, it just, them kids, they turn into gremlins past a certain time.
Yeah.
Do.
They hit the wall.
Oh, boy, do they.
Yeah, my Halloween was more fun.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Why? What did you do? Find out you had cancer?
That would be a real joy. No, so on Wednesday was Halloween. Yesterday, my dad's birthday is actually Halloween. So Fiona, my niece, was sick. I mean, I don't think she even went trick or treating. So we were all gonna go to Beth's after she went trick or treating. She didn't go, so we just ended up all going to Beth's for just to hang out for Halloween. My dad's birthday. We ate, hung out. I was still eating cupcakes from that, but we had fun. And but the night before, we went out for his birthday. It's like his birthday week. He's like a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And we went downtown to eat. Unfortunately for us, or fortunately for us, Trump was downtown as well. So yeah, it was great timing. He like got there at right when we were going, but we actually he didn't really mess us up traffic wise, but then he was at the restaurant, we're all hanging out, and it was a good time.
Yeah, rocking them red hats.
Like making America great again.
You get a hat and you get a hat.
dumping $90 bottles of wine all over the floor.
Asking the busboy to see his papers.
Yeah, pushing him
fucking
down.
with you.
But really, let me see him.
Yeah. Really, I'm gonna build the wall.
I didn't see Trump, but yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, I totally put a jinx on us in Pittsburgh here last week. We're talking straight shit. Yeah, talking straight shit on you. Florida people said nothing like this ever happens around here. It wasn't one day later.
Yeah,
some nut job shoots up a bunch of people at a church. So yeah, so
that was shitty.
I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm taking full responsibility for that jinx.
That that was the first thing you said too when I sent the story link, and like I kind of forgot you said that, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
we definitely did have that conversation.
Yeah, we did our show last week on Friday, and that happened on Saturday. Basically, a white terrorist.
He was a terrorist, absolutely a terrorist.
Yeah, maybe all white people are.
Political, yeah, well, you watch.
Yeah, so what did he do? He went into a synagogue, and I think he shot like, how many people did he shoot? He killed 11. Yeah. And then he shot 4 cops too, I think.
Yeah.
If I got the numbers right. So
yeah,
and then he pled not guilty today. So I guess he didn't do it.
Oh, well. They let him go on bond?
Yeah. Just like those terrorists in New Mexico you don't hear anything about.
Right.
Yeah. So there's another scumbag running around shooting people. Although if you watch the news, Trump did it.
Yeah, he
Although
did that.
This guy hated Trump.
Yeah, he did. But I find it amazing that Trump had enough time to do that, considering he was sending all those bombs to people just a few days before.
Yeah. And then he went back to the scene of the crime. Because then on Tuesday, when I was downtown, Trump was like at that. He went to the synagogue, and then he went to the hospital. I think they were at Mercy, maybe the police or whoever was wounded.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of the people working at the hospital?
No. They were. I know they were like all Jewish, though.
I don't know. Maybe they were. I have no idea. But they were like so excited to see Trump, thanking him for coming. But you never see that on the news. You just see it was like hospital workers. It was like nurses and doctors and. But I mean, I saw it on Instagram or something. I probably should have sent it to you. I've been slacking on my memes and my important newsworthy videos. So
you have, and apparently our friend Mike lives and dies by those memes.
Yeah, if I miss a day, I get real talking to. It's like, what are you doing, man? Are you okay?
He's ready to put like a missing persons report out on you.
Yeah, I've been on Instagram like 3 times this week. I haven't really been on there. I'm like getting farther and farther away from social media. It seems like.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah,
that was the first thing that like when I found out there was a shooting in Pittsburgh. I picked up my phone like I normally do, and normally when news breaks, I go straight to Twitter because you get updates a lot quicker on there because it's real time.
By the minute, or at least you hear what people are saying.
Right.
Yeah.
And I went to open it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going on this today. I'm not going on Twitter at all today. And it was nice. It was nice to not have to deal with it because instead of getting pissed off during a tragedy, I just felt bad for what was going on.
Yeah.
Instead of like having to feel like I need to take a side on anything because it's annoying. It puts everybody in like warring camps, and it's not right.
No, it's sickening. Well, it's funny. I just to me, I just don't get it. I've said this on this show so many times about Trump being racist, and Trump now he hates Jews. Although his daughter, his son-in-law, he has more Jewish people in his cabinet than any other president known ever in history.
Yeah.
But he also hates Jews, and he's the cause of this. Even though the guy hated Trump too, because he was he's a globalist or something. I think he called him. But
well, it's the rhetoric, Adam. He needs to tone down the rhetoric. He's calling all these people the enemy.
Jewish people?
Well, no, not them, but other people.
But since they're Jewish, they're...
I heard this a lot over the past few days. Well, it's because he said at Charlottesville that there were good people on both sides. He called Nazis good people. No, you fucking idiot. All he said was, what he was referring to is the debate
argument
of the statue.
Yeah.
There's good people that want to save the statue. Mind you, it was a stupid comment to make about that particular rally, but it was about the statue. And don't act like it wasn't.
Yeah, but that was like 2.5 years ago.
No, I don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. They had like a march going on. I saw that day there was a march going on, and it was for the victims. This is kind of the epitome of why I hate society anymore. So these people had just gotten murdered. Like 11 people just got slaughtered in a church, in a synagogue. And these people are marching down the road in Pittsburgh, chanting, like, to get out and vote. Like, that's the time for it.
Well, it's like Obama said, never let a good tragedy go to waste.
Yeah, well, they're not. They were jumping on that one quick. So,
all righty, let's hit the wire. So, aside from the Pittsburgh shooting stuff, what else we got?
Well, for all those who are participating in this year's midterm elections, it's coming up pretty quick. This week is election day. Yes. For all you citizens and illegals, if you're in California, get out and vote.
And dead people.
And dead people. Get your great-grandparents out of the grave to vote.
And tell them to vote twice. Vote early, vote often.
Yeah. I saw there was a clip, another thing on Instagram. That's where I get all my news, obviously. And there was actually people in Pittsburgh that had this problem last year, at the 2016 elections. The guy was hitting the Republican, and every time he was recording with his phone. He would hit it, and it would X the Democrat, and then he would hit it, and it would X the Democrat. And I mean, I know they say they're blaming on user error, but it was blatantly not user error. Yeah. But how many people go in there don't even really look? They just hit they're just skim through it.
Yep.
But it could go the other way too. I mean, I think you could be voting for a Democrat and they come up Republican. I haven't seen a video of that though. I'll be honest with you, I've never seen that or heard a story about it.
If that happened, it would be all over the place.
Yeah.
It'd be the Russians, the Chinese, everybody would be responsible for that. Everybody but Hillary.
Yeah, but in this case, it's just the Democrats. So, well, in the 2016 elections around Pittsburgh area, I know for sure there was because I know some people what happened to. They would hit the button they were actually voting for a libertarian candidate, and it kept going to Hillary. Everything was Hillary. And then there was other people who were doing Republican who was going to Hillary. And she still somehow lost by a pretty large margin. So
well, it's funny you bring up Hillary. Did you see her most recent interview or faux pas or whatever you want to call it?
Is that all she did the whole time?
I bet she wishes she did.
Oh God!
Whoop! Is this an ad? Okay.
That is.
Whoops! Hit pause.
That's childish.
What do you think of Cory Booker's? And you didn't comment on him, and you feel free.
Oh, I adore.
What do you think about him saying "kicked him in the shins"? Essentially, start to get to that kind of political.
Well, that was Eric Holder.
Eric Holder. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I know they all look alike.
No, they don't. Oh, well done.
Wow. She should have coughed on that one. Wow. Holy fuck, is she an idiot or what?
I actually got to be honest. I don't think it was that bad. It was obvious that she was making
sarcasm. Yeah.
I thought that was
the
most human moment out of Hillary Clinton that we've ever seen.
I know, but Nick, you cannot say anything even remotely like that. Well, if you're a Democrat, you can't apparently. But
Oh
holy
yeah,
cow!
that's been out for the last 3 days and nobody.
Yeah. How do you feel about Cory Booker? Oh, I love him. But he just molested some guy, and no one's even talking about it. He's actually just getting the lawsuit where he was trying to tongue punch some dude's dirt hole.
The stink ditch.
Yeah,
Getting that tongue shovel up in that stink ditch.
Yeah, I didn't know Cory Booker was gay. I mean, I just didn't know that, but obviously he is. And now I look at it, him and his Spartacus moment. Is he like a fake gay, like where he's married?
I don't know.
Or is he just like a real gay? Like
I don't know if he's married or not. Like I don't think he's out. He might be grabbing up on the nuts on the DL, but I don't think he's out.
He said he loves stroking meat. I thought he was talking about steak, but he's not a vegetarian. I know that.
He says, he ain't gonna scoff at a foot long.
No, he'll swallow it.
No, we are. Now I know usually we're supposed to respect due process here, but I recall him, taking a very staunch stand on believing survivors. So using the guidelines that he set up for us, I think the dude's a sexual predator, if you ask me.
It sounded like it. It actually sounded like a legitimate one, unlike most of these other ones I've heard lately.
Yeah, I agree. It sounded like it had more validity than some of the other stuff out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you won't ever hear about it. It's over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, so it probably had a little news story on Dredge or something like 2 weeks ago. No one's ever talked about since, but yeah. So midterm elections are coming up. So obviously, what do? You have to get out and get voters. That's what you're doing when you're campaigning. How do you do that, Nick?
Grab nuts.
No, you have 50,000 Guatemalans enter the country and vote for your Democratic candidate, and they're almost here.
The caravan.
I guess the hurricane didn't affect them.
Too bad. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. So where are they heading? Like, do you know which part of the border they're heading to?
By my calculations, I'd say our southern border.
No. I mean, are they going into California? Because they could probably just stroll right in.
Honestly, that would be their best bet. I don't know. It sounds like they might be headed for Texas.
Bad move on their part.
I think that would be a bad decision.
Yeah, they better go to California. I know it's a little farther walk, but it would probably have a lot higher success rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Trump has ordered 15,000 troops to the border.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's going to be easy crossing no matter which way they go. But there's a second and a third caravan behind this one. So, like, you kind of got to nip this problem in the ass.
Yeah, kind of. Really so, wait. The whole country of Guatemala is coming here, I guess? They're the Guatemalan state of the United States, or what? What is going on?
Guatemala and Honduras is also big in on this.
Wow. Ugh. I thought, so what are we going to do? We're going to cut the funding to those countries? Stop giving them hundreds of millions of billions of dollars, whatever we give them every year, probably?
That was thrown out there. Trump definitely said, if you don't stop this, we're cutting your funding. Now, I haven't seen that it got cut yet, but it should. He's talking pretty tough with Mexico, too, because he wants Mexico to stop them in their tracks, which I don't blame him.
They're not. It looks like they're putting them on trucks and hauling them to the border.
Yeah, they don't want them in their fucking country.
Yeah, well, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
So what should we do? Just put them on trucks and haul them to the Canadian border? Because they want them. They want them, I think.
No, they take their border pretty serious up there in the old frozen tundra.
Yeah, but Justin Trudeau, he's a caring, loving man.
Not so much when it comes to the illegal immigration. It's a pretty staunch state up there. The only people that are expected to have porous borders are us.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Every other country in this world is very strict about borders.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we even comment to make them, because it's a Republican commenting. Because if you look at every other person who's been in office the last 25 years, they've said exactly what Trump has said. But he's a Nazi, I believe, for saying that.
Yeah, no, Nazis. He's worse than Hitler. I don't know if you saw that just the past few weeks. They've actually
see that.
Yeah, they've decided to go ahead and step it up because him being literally Hitler wasn't enough. I saw one tweet from a blue check mark that said difference between Hitler and Trump. Hitler served honorably in the army, and he wrote his own book. So the left has actually gotten to the point where they're defending Hitler over Trump.
They do realize that he killed like 6 million Jews. They do realize that, I hope.
Yeah, but I think they're expecting Trump to do that.
Yeah.
In the very near future, maybe after the midterms. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still waiting. I mean, like, I haven't seen any genocide happening on our land for quite some time now. So, yeah.
So that's the rationality we're dealing with. How's the what's the deal up in Pennsylvania for these midterms? Or who's up for re-election? And
the governor's up for re-election.
He's
an asshole, but he's probably gonna win. Just face it, he's gonna win because he's a Democrat. And basically, if you're voting, if you're in this state and it's for the entire state voting on a position, whatever it is. If you're for the Philadelphia votes wins because they have more people. They outnumber us. So, and Pittsburgh is a pretty liberal place too. So you have the city of Philadelphia, the city of Pittsburgh outnumber the rest of the people typically. So that's always fun.
Casey's up this year, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
But that's probably pretty firmly secure.
Yeah, I mean, there is some local stuff, but I mean, not like anyone cares. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's gonna be any shockers. Pennsylvania is not. It's not like a place that you see a lot of shocking things. It's usually a Democrat.
That Casey name is strong in Pennsylvania too, though.
Yeah, it is.
Like his dad was a beloved governor.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, our grandfather, who is, red through and through, loved Bob Casey.
Yeah. And I mean, he was in government in the state for a long time.
Yeah.
Casey. So, yeah. Did you ever see the movie with Eddie Murphy where he runs for Senate?
Is it the one where? No, I'm thinking of
not where he dresses up like a woman.
I'm thinking of the Richard Pryor movie where he has to spend like $30 million in a day.
Oh, Brewster's Millions. No, so this is actually a movie. I don't know. I haven't seen it forever. It's not one that's on very often. Basically, Eddie Murphy is just like a black guy because he's Eddie Murphy. And he's just like, but he's like a regular run-of-the-mill guy. He's kind of like a street hustler kind of guy.
Yeah.
And he just so happens to have the name of his like state senator, like the same. They had the same last name or something. And I think the state senator died or something, and there's an election to, right. And he is like, you know what? And somehow he had some inner run-in with senators and how rich they were. He saw how rich they were. So he ran. It was just his last name. And it said, the name you know. Like that was his slogan. And he won and became a senator. And that's pretty much what Casey does.
Yeah, Casey.
So, but
my dad is good. Vote for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty good too. Most of our local guys, there's scandal that has actually happened locally over the last 5-10 years. I mean, one guy used to come out. Yeah, I was gonna say Tim Murphy used to come out and drink at the SPJ Club in Avella, but I don't know. He had like a mistress, and he told her to get an abortion or something. I don't know. Very Republican stance on things.
Yeah.
And then
turned blue pretty quick.
yeah, and then
So did the fetus.
yeah, we had a state representative. He was taking the names of dead people from like accidents or however he could find them and making fake Facebook accounts to support his Facebook addiction, and everything he said they would like comment. He had a whole office of people working on this, like where they would take these profiles and support everything he said.
He's just trying to generate a buzz, man. That's all.
Eventually he got sued by his mom for like stealing a bunch of money off him. I'm not sure if he got disbarred or what, but actually a guy from Avella is the state representative. But unfortunately, I mean, he's from Avella originally. He graduated a year after me. I don't know, Jason or Tite.
2 years after you. He graduated with me.
Oh, did he graduate with you? Yeah, that's what I thought. So he's
actually on the show before, but he kind of ignored the request. I have no idea why.
Yeah, I can see why. But
political career to worry about.
But he doesn't represent our area. They did a reorganization a couple years back, and now he's not
gerrymandering.
Yeah. So I actually, I think he represents Burgettstown still, but not Avella. So, unfortunately, he doesn't live in Avella anymore. I don't think he couldn't live in Avella and represent a different area. That's kind of rules. Yeah. Well, it's funny. There's a guy locally. He's he ran in the spring in a I'm losing my mind. What is it called? Like is it a runoff? No, it's not a runoff. It was a special election against a Republican for and basically the Republican and this Connor Lamb, both of them, after they reorganized the lines, neither of them were going to live in the district they were going to represent.
That's hilarious.
No, but he's still running. He must be going to move. I don't know. He won the special election, and
that was for the Tim Murphy seat, wasn't it?
That was for Tim Murphy's seat. So he ran against a guy who wasn't. I don't even think he was liked by the Republican Party, but it was a close race within like a very slim margin. But he won because he's like a younger guy, and he seems. Yeah. People seem to like him.
He's playing the blue dog Democrat role.
Yeah.
I'm pretty conservative. I just think we should pay for your health care.
Yeah, like he's like a Marine. And yeah, exactly. You're perfect description. But like they all like they were questioning, they both came in to a place I work and they were questioning him about stuff, and he like a lot of political speak, because obviously I'm in an industry that's not that's not going to be beneficial to have Democrats involved in it the way they are, because all they do is tax everything. So,
well, really, any industry is not beneficial to have Democrats in.
Yeah, exactly. But
at all.
But he still seemed like a decent enough guy, I guess, to win. Yeah. So yeah, that was for the Tim Murphy. It was like a special election for his seat, basically.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's bad is local elections are probably the most important in reality.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, because they're the ones who decide like everything about what is really going to happen to you.
It's like, I'm disgusted. We are about to elect an admitted socialist as governor.
I don't see how that's happening in Florida.
We have like the freest state, one of the freest states in the union. And we're about to elect someone that is an admitted socialist, that is crooked as shit. He took gifts from the FBI. He from an undercover FBI agent, Hamilton tickets. He used taxpayer money for campaign events.
It's all about the Hamiltons, baby. Did you ever see that? Chronicles of Narnia?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What the Chronic? What? Chronicles of Narnia.
Bitch act like she never saw 10 before. So anyway, sorry. Well,
dropping Hamiltons like my name was Aaron Burr.
I'm sure you I'm sure you will be more than happy to start paying state income tax down there.
Yeah, I can't wait because when I got kind of I don't want to say sick of living here, but when I got sick of living here, I was always like, well, at least I'm not paying state income tax.
Yeah. Well, that's
Believe
gonna
it or not.
change. Yeah. You have to move to, I think, Texas,
Yeah, Texas is one.
maybe Nevada.
There's a couple out there. There's more out there than you think.
Yeah. I mean, it's a couple percent. It makes a difference in the old paycheck.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every penny counts.
Yeah, no kidding. Better in your pocket than theirs because they're just gonna waste it.
Yeah. Especially when you got kids to feed.
You got miles to feed, bills to pay. Poor guy. You gotta teach it. You gotta probably pay someone to train your kid how to use toilets correctly.
I would love to. I would fucking love to take that completely off my plate and not deal with it. That's worth a couple grand at least, and I would pay.
Yeah.
It is awful, dude. She and I think it's because she's gotten to the point where she took a really painful shit at one time.
Ooh.
She'll hold her shit for like days.
Oh no, that's not good.
And then it's just like
telephone poles.
Dude, she pumps out some fucking bricks, man.
Yeah, if you're hanging on to it that long.
And like, so I know it has to hurt pretty much every time she drops a deuce. And so I think it discourages her to go more.
Yeah.
And it's
like a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle. She ends up shitting her pants without even like realizing she's doing it because like eventually something has to come out.
Oh God.
Dude, it's awful. I mean, luckily the second one doesn't seem to have a problem taking a shit at all. She'll just drop a deuce, no problem. This first one though, whew, that is not her favorite activity. And I remember when she was like a little baby, when she would like shit, her face would get like real red and like start like very discomforting look. And I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. Little did I know the joke was on me. But we asked the doctor, like, why does it hurt her so bad? He's like, it doesn't hurt her. She's like, there's a thing with kids where they feel that something's like wrong. So they try to hold it in. And that's basically her struggling to hold the shit in.
I'm holding my organs in, Nick.
Yeah. So like she's obviously been, dealing
traumatized
with poop issues from a very, very early age. And luckily didn't see any signs of that in the second one.
Maybe she needs some more fiber in her diet. Maybe that would help.
Well, she gets plenty of that. That kid eats very healthy.
Yeah.
It's just that she's a pain in the ass.
Legitimately.
Love her to death, but she is a pain in the ass.
That's what she would say. It's a pain in the ass. So in other news, I don't know how I could spin into. Well, we did kind of touch on the caravan. You said there's 15,000 soldiers are going to go to the border to basically protect our border from this invasion of Guatemalans and people from Honduras. But Trump also it got in the news a lot this week because he wants to end birthright citizenship, which is basically if you're an illegal alien, you come here, you have your baby. I don't even know if you have to be illegal. You just have to be here. I'm guessing it's illegal.
Yeah, if you're born on U.S. soil,
you
automatically are granted U.S. citizenship.
Exactly.
So what happens is these parents, they run over the border when the chick's like 8.5 months pregnant with the hopes that kid will slide down the chute while they're in the country. Then that kid's a citizen, so that kid can't be deported. And then there's the push of, then that gets into we don't want to break up families.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because what are you going to do? deport the kid's parents, but you're going to let the kid stay here.
Yeah, because the kid can't take care of himself.
Yeah. So it's a big scheme. Then then they start getting a bunch of federal aid, and all your tax dollars that you're paying, thinking that this is my civic duty, it's going to make my community better. No, it's going to go to some illegal aliens that came here and popped out a brand new American citizen.
Yeah.
So I think ending birthright citizenship is a good idea, although I was against executive orders for DACA. This would be a very similar situation. I don't think it's the best way to go about it, even though you probably wouldn't get it done the other way.
Yeah, I mean, these executive orders, I'm not a big fan of them either, just because the last administration abused it so bad. They pretty much ruined it for everyone else. So I don't really think presidents should willy-nilly just use executive orders. I mean, even if I support it, I think you should go. But, the way they're talking, they act like, the Democrats are going to take the House, and, the way they talk, they're going to take the Senate and House and everything because of this blue wave.
Taking the Senate.
No.
No way. The Republicans will pick up seats in the Senate.
Now, would you be totally shocked if the Republicans ended up not losing Congress?
Yes, I would.
You'd be totally shocked by it.
I would. I mean, I would be thrilled, but I would be totally shocked.
Would you be as shocked as you were the night Trump got elected?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I would also be equally as shocked if the Republicans were to lose the Senate.
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, well, they're confident. The Democrats are very confident about this election.
They're going to win the House.
They think they're going to win everything. They think they'll win every election that they're up for.
Yeah. I bet they do. Well, they are a bunch of delusional fucking assholes. So.
This is true
anymore. I can't take the fucking left anymore. They're all just so full of shit. A good example of that is Don fucking Lemon on CNN.
No, Don Lemon seems like a legitimate journalist. Come on, Nick.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking great guy. Talking about the caravan and saying this is all scare tactics. We don't need to fear these people. These are good people. It's all bullshit rhetoric. And he goes on to say this.
So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
Excuse me, Don? We have to stop demonizing people. So I got that. What else?
So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
So I guess white men on the right are not people, because to break this sentence down, we have to stop demonizing people.
Mm-hmm.
But the real issue is white men on the right.
Yeah.
So that means we're not people.
No, we're not. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm fine with not being a person because I know my terroristic tendencies are, I may not feel them, but I'm a white man, so I'm definitely a bred terrorist. So.
No, this comes from the same network that fucking cries 24/7 hours, or 24/7 about how the president of the United States is calling them the enemy of the people when they are broadcasting, hey, all white men, especially ones that are on the right, are terrorists. That is almost verbatim to what he said.
Yeah. And, but if you even say that people are behaving like a mob, that's like,
you're going to drop the M word.
The M word.
Really, Adam? You're going to go there?
Who was that one? What's her name?
Brooke Baldwin.
Brooke Baldwin. What a dumb
airhead. All tits and no brain.
Yeah, that's pretty much accurate. hate to
It
be
sure is.
hate to be a sexist white guy, but the shit that she says, ugh. Don Lemon is sitting there. Him and Cory Booker are probably blowing each other. I mean, Don Lemon's got to be gay. No, and there's nothing wrong with being gay.
Yeah,
But
Don Lemon is gay.
Oh, he is. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
he's out. He's out and about.
This whole time, I was thinking.
Oddly enough, from what I've seen, he also likes the white D.
Oh, well, you mean he's in love with terrorist dick? This guy loves terrorists. He's a terrorist.
That vest isn't going to be the only thing that's going to blow up tonight.
You know when I knew Don Lemon was gay? This is like on 40-Year-Old Virgin. Whenever he was on New Year's with Kathy Griffin and he wanted to get his nipple pierced.
Yeah.
And he was hammered drunk. Isn't that who he was with?
Unbuttoning his shirt. All right. And then Brooke Baldwin had to shut him down. Like, nah, Don, let's not do that.
Yeah.
He just looked at her and goes, will you marry me?
Yeah. Old Tits McGee had some brains for once. I'm sexist. I'm a bastard. Typical white terrorist.
I know. Your language is violence.
Yeah, well, you know, I said this a couple weeks ago because I watched the show Ballers, and it was like old white men. They are like the enemy of everybody who's if you work for something, if you work for a corporation, you're working for a white man, and he's an old white man trying to hold you back. And that's what white people are portrayed as. I mean, I'm sorry to break this to you, but I don't have that kind of power.
No. If I did, don't get me wrong, I would love that kind of power to hold people back. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd probably be pretty high up and doing a lot better than I am now. But
yeah,
I don't have that power.
Well, it's just,
I'm not saying I would abuse that power if I had it. I'm just saying I would like to have it.
And I'm not saying NFL owners aren't predominantly white. They probably are. But guess what? Not all white people own fucking NFL teams. We're not all just diving in our money pit like Scrooge McDuck over here. I mean, it's ridiculous. They don't like to be stereotyped or, generalized, but they can do it to white people. They can do everything to white people, and it's okay. And I don't want to get on this rant because I sound like a racist, because I want everyone to do well. Is that crazy? I want everyone to get tax cuts. I want everyone to stop being under the thumb of this huge government that tells you everything that you can do and how you can live your life.
You're just saying that because you're privileged. You don't see the you didn't see the socioeconomical strife that affects so many communities, and as such, the nuance of the paradoxal. You just don't get it.
Well, for all of our minority listeners, what has
you know who you are?
Yeah. What has 8 years of Barack Obama done for your situation? Because those Democrats, all they do is take care of. That's what they run on, taking care of you minorities. What did he do to make your life better? High in unemployment. I mean, no jobs. You got lead in your water. I mean, tell me something that he's doing to actually. You got Chicago, his hometown. They're murdering people like it's Baghdad, Iraq, in the middle of the war.
You're not allowed to say Chicago. That's racist.
I'm not. I didn't know that.
That was actually a thing when Obama was president. Was if you bring up Chicago, you're just being racist. That's a dog whistle. That's another phrase that I can't fucking stand. Dog whistle. Oh yeah. Oh well, he's just he's sending out dog whistles to the white supremacists. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Like subconsciously talking to all the whiteys. We're all of us white terrorists, so we can communicate that way, Nick. I know you can too. Don't lie. I can see in your eyes. You can tell. What I'm
the
thinking.
ears perk up when I hear him. I'm like, hey.
When Trump talks, he may not say something, but we know that he's communicating with us white racist terrorists. Yeah. Like,
I just every time I hear dog whistle, I just want to strangle somebody. But not that words equal violence.
Yeah. I guess my whole thing is I want everyone in this country to do well. I really do.
Yeah.
And you know, one way that makes it difficult for everyone in this country to do well is by letting in a bunch of people who are undocumented, running around, not following laws. That doesn't help the lower end of our basically our economic structure. The people who are working their way or fighting their way up, and they're close to the bottom. The people they're the ones that are getting hurt the most, in my opinion, by an illegal alien invasion, whatever you want to call them, or these, you know. And I'm all about, if you come here and you want to be a citizen, go through the process. I mean, I understand it takes a lot of time, but you know what? Everything that's worth it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And another thing, like, you want to do the open border thing, like, I would be willing to listen if you're willing to say no benefits. Come across the border, you get 0 benefits because you are not a citizen. You do not get the medical care. You do not get the food stamps. You don't get the schooling.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't, and I'll tell you why. Because they would come anyway. And we have hearts in this country, and we would take care of them.
if a charity wants to, fine, but you get nothing from the government.
Yeah.
Not as
well. A lot of things
that's the
shouldn't
thing.
get money from the government that do.
Right. But that's the thing. Like, well, you know, my condition will never be reached. So therefore, I'm pretty staunch in the fact that no, you don't get to come in.
You don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. But I mean, they would just come here to live on our streets because they're cleaner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
They'll go, taking dumps on the San Francisco streets.
Some guy can clean up after.
$80,000 dude. Yeah, your job.
Some guy who's driving a Rolls Royce is spraying their shit up off the street.
Wait, how much were they making again? It wasn't 80,000. It was higher than that.
It was like 196,000.
Yeah, that's right.
It was like a pretty big number for someone that's sanitation worker.
Absolutely. I would be willing to do that job.
Oh yeah, why not? It's not like they're like picking it up with their teeth. I might do it for that.
No shit. Yes, shit. Actually. So, well,
I was gonna say one other thing. Speaking of white supremacists, the Proud Boys got banned from Facebook
and Instagram.
Well, Facebook owns Instagram, so the Proud Boys are basically a group of white terrorists. I mean, you can explain kind of what they are, but
yeah. So Gavin McGinnis somehow started the group, and basically what they do is they show up to speaking events of, like, you know, one of the examples is when Ben Shapiro spoke at Berkeley. He was getting an enormous amount of death threats. So the Proud Boys showed up and basically stood guard.
Yeah.
Waited for Antifa. The main thing is they wait for the first punch. Waited for Antifa to throw the first punch, and then they beat the shit out of Antifa. And it's kind of gone on this way, you know, since the inception of the Proud Boys. They show up, they wait for the first punch to be thrown, then they beat the shit out of Antifa. And it happens every time. But the first people to go to violence is always Antifa.
Yeah, they'll gladly stand there and not do anything. Yeah, but they'll gladly stand there and not do anything until someone is violent towards them.
Yeah.
Which
they take the Malcolm X approach, to where it's like, yeah, we'll be there. You'll know we're here. We're going to be an intimidating force, and if you touch us, we'll beat the shit out of you.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
It's kind of like the bikers for Trump.
Yeah. So, I don't exactly know why they've been getting, because Gavin got thrown off Twitter after a video showing the Proud Boys beating up a bunch of pussies. And I guess, you know, as deplatforming goes, the rest follow suit.
Yeah. Gavin, I mean, is he still on YouTube? I mean,
He's on CRTV, so
Yeah, but I mean, he's still like they haven't
he
banned
hasn't
them yet.
left. Nah, CRTV still. Well, I mean, that's their own service, you know. That way, like they got a lot of people. They got Mark Levin, Steven Crowder.
Yeah, but I
Sean-
mean, aren't there videos on YouTube?
yeah,
Or am I wrong? Yeah, okay. Well, I was just saying,
Yeah.
like, I mean, they could deplatform their whole channel and everyone
Yeah,
associated
that's
with
true.
it. But if you ever want a good laugh, type in Gavin McInnes compilation. It's just him on like news programs, basically. You know, they have the panels where they debate people.
yeah,
And man, it's very, very entertaining. Or when he was on Joe Rogan, it was really entertaining.
yeah. It was a good show. He was on it twice. They were both very good episodes.
Yeah, it's entertaining, and it opens your mind up to thinking in a little different way. If you're used to everyone telling you basically how to think, he
Yeah,
opens your mind up to like the reality of what's what kills Democrats: statistics, like
yeah,
actual hard like statistics on things.
yeah. But what they'll do is like they'll come back with, well, you know, there's a lot of nuance in that.
Yeah, there is.
Another
I bet.
fucking word I hate. A lot of nuance.
Oh,
You
there's
know,
definitely a lot of
gun
nuance.
violence has been dropping in the last 50 years. Well, there's a lot of nuance in that.
Yeah.
No, there's not. It's cold hard numbers. There's no nuance. It's going down. You fucking asshole.
Well, there's not nuance in when the numbers for something go in the direction they want them to.
No. There's no room for debate there. Absolutely not.
Yes. But yeah, so that's just another one you could add to the list of people being banned from social media, deplatformed, or whatever they call it. And, just another way that people are controlling what you hear because everyone gets their news and their information from social media now. So just limiting what you actually hear. Wake up, people.
Speaking of waking up, apparently Kanye has woken up to the fact that he was used as a political pawn. He's out, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't necessarily know if that's exactly accurate. Like, I mean, I know he's out, but it's not like it's because he hates Trump or something. I feel like it was because other people were using his likeness for something.
He thought that, I guess he felt his name was used a little too liberally in the Blexit campaign.
Oh, huh.
Which was the black exit from the Democrat Party started by Kansas Owen.
Oh, okay. Which she should have talked to him because he probably would have been all on board. But he's not really he's not like I'm a Republican.
No.
He's not like I'm against Democrats. He just is like was always just a real big Trump guy. So I guess for her to kind of take him and say he's a black guy who's leaving the Democratic Party, I could never tell you that he was a Democrat. He's just a Trump guy. But yeah, I mean, I feel like after his whole thing in the White House, like, just funny, but at the same time, I mean, he probably got a lot of bad press from that. So, and he doesn't want that. But I mean, hey, hopefully he still likes the president because I feel like the president likes him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a genuine like there between the two of them.
It sounded like it was love. True love.
That's really nice.
That's really nice. I love this man.
You didn't have to say that, and you did, and that's really nice.
Yeah. But I mean, I mean, I'll just go back to it. I mean, if you're gonna have people like, I mean, I see Amy Schumer out there pushing the midterms and stuff, and I just like, I hate her.
Midterms, she's pushing like the midterm of a hot dog down her throat.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, but like, if people want to go out and they want to be political, they're celebrities, whatever. But you can't just sit there and criticize a guy because he's on the other side for once. Because every celebrity is out there pushing something for the Democrats. I mean, so true.
There's a lot of nuance in that.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuance in that. That's exactly how I would say it. But I mean,
Like, what construct are you talking about?
yeah, exactly. There's a lot of nuance. But I mean, all it is, the face of the Democratic Party is basically Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
And when one of them goes against the grain, oh my God, he's a nut job. No one liked him. He's all like James Woods. You know, he's no good son of a bitch. He always has been. All of a sudden, you know.
That's another good observation about Hollywood, or something to consider. Like Jimmy Buffett's putting on a free concert for the socialist corrupt asshole that's going to be our new governor.
Is it really?
What's that?
Jimmy Buffett is?
Jimmy Buffett. So
he's a terrorist, right?
Yeah, he's a terrorist. One of those white devils. Don Lemon warned us about. But
self-hating terrorist.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't realize that we're all supposed to stick together and vote Trump.
Yeah,
but so he's putting on this free concert. Now, if you who do not have a public profile,
I don't,
were to donate like $3,000 to the candidate of your choice,
yes,
you would be going to jail. Now, Warren Buffett could put on a free concert. How much money is that worth in donations?
Wait, is it Warren Buffett?
Did I say Warren? Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, I was going to say Warren Buffett. Who the fuck's going to go listen to that old cadaver singing?
Well, you could say the same about Jimmy Buffett.
Warren Buffett's like 90-year-old stockbroker.
Right. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett. All those white people look alike to me.
All those terrorist white people look alike to me too.
But I mean, how much is that concert worth?
It's an unlimited amount. I mean,
yeah,
it's a loophole. But
how much
Nick? Come on,
there's
a lot of nuance in that.
Yeah, there is a ton of nuance. Like when you look at the construct of the paradigm, or like Hillary Clinton, not Hillary Clinton. Nobody wants her around anything. Oprah, afraid they'll catch her husband's AIDS. Yeah. Oprah Winfrey going around door to door in Georgia, stomping for that one lady running for governor. Like, how much is that worth? That's worth more than $2,700 that you're legally allowed to donate.
Yeah. Well, what would Jimmy Buffett, if someone hired him for a concert, what would the concert value be? Like, what would it cost to have Jimmy, his band? I mean, I assume like all the people working there, like they're, if all the profits are going to them, what would that cost? I'm sure it's over $2,700. I mean, it may be $3,500 because who the fuck goes Jimmy Buffett? But actually, a lot of people go to Jimmy Buffett. They love that son of a bitch.
There's a lot of people that like that melodic, not really important sound.
Yeah. Did you ever see the guys who they made Super Troopers? They made that Club Dread, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And it was based off of like a Jimmy Buffett character owned an island. Like he was like Jimmy Buffett, but like he retired at some paradise island and he just had like, it was a resort where like you're a huge Jimmy Buffett fan, you would go.
Like Margaritaville.
It was a complete knockoff. Like, and they even basically said he was a knockoff of Jimmy Buffett, but I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm lost. I can't get these terroristic thoughts out of my brain.
Well, I was enjoying the nuance of your story.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you're right. But it's a loophole, Nick. It's exploited by the rich or the celebrity. Because if you hired Oprah Winfrey to spend any, let's say, 5 minutes with someone, what would she charge you? I mean, it'd be probably $1 million. Like, I mean, that's how much she values her time. And they have her going around door to door. And I get it. you know, she's trying to make an impact, but the value of that's worth more than my $2,700 donation that I would make to someone.
Right.
I get your point. There's not so much nuance in that to me.
I mean, I'm not saying that they should be limited, but maybe, you know, take the handcuffs off the people that can't use their public profile to get some votes.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at something from a tax standpoint and you're going to donate something, you know, it's going to be accounted for what the value of it is, not,
Yeah.
you know, and why isn't, you know, it's accounted for that way for, you know, he's probably writing off.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're finding a way to write that shit off.
Oh yeah, for sure, and that's more than $2,700 that guy's writing off.
Yeah,
you know, he's donating $350,000 concert to, you know, a Democratic Party. Well, he just broke the law, and he's admitting to it because he's writing it off at his taxes.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just saying. I mean, those people aren't, you know. They didn't get rich by being idiots, and they have good accountants who are going to try to save that money, even though they're doing a charitable thing.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I see your point there.
So what you been watching this week?
Oh, man. I have not watched much of anything. I watched part of Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie. Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah.
I saw, okay. I did watch something. I went to the movies. I haven't gone for a while, but I went to the movies on Monday and watched the new Halloween.
And you loved it from what I gathered from your text.
That movie was so bad. So bad. Like, unwatchable bad. Like, if it was on TV again, like, I watched Spider-Man 3 like 100 times. I hate that movie. But I watched it because it was so terrible, and I just couldn't help but watch it. I wouldn't watch this Halloween on TV. That's how bad it is. It's worse than Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, like, apparently
people love that one. I like the Rob Zombie one.
Yeah, people hate that one.
I know. I made a point the next day.
Here's the thing. Do you like the original Halloween?
Yeah, I mean,
1978.
Not particularly.
I hated that movie.
I find it
boring.
Yeah, it's boring and it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, the ending of this movie is so stupid. And the way Jamie Lee Curtis acts the whole time is just so stupid. You'll have to watch it. It's so fucking bad.
Yeah, I will watch it. I wanted to go to the theaters to see it, but I'll wait for it to get onto Apple TV.
No,
I won't pay more than $4.99 for it.
Go to the theaters. It's like there's just things that happen in it, and I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, this isn't happening right now. Like, they've gone so far. They've jumped the shark.
Yeah.
They're totally, like, gone at this point.
Well, I watched a couple of videos on the Halloween timeline because I was getting to the point where, like, I really wanted to go see the movie until Monday when you sent that text, and I was like, oh, well, I trust your opinion, you know, more than most because we have a very similar taste in horror.
Yeah. Movies. And I think, like, if you watch the old Halloween movies, it's like, it goes from, I like my horror character to be human. Like, I mean, I know Jason's not really human, but like Mike Myers, like in the Rob Zombie Halloweens, like, to me, he's like, it's realistic. Like,
right.
There could be a guy like this. Whereas in these movies, it's just like, you know, and it was the same way in the old Halloweens, which made it stupid. They shot him like literally 700 times, ran him over with a car, caught him on fire. Yeah, I mean, like, everything. And the guy never died because he's like not a human, apparently. But like, that's why those guys like it, because it's more like the old ones, which I didn't really like the old ones, you know. So I like the new ones. Yeah, you should watch it. I mean, it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Still trying to convince you to watch it now. I don't know. I made a point, and I never comment on anything on YouTube. I made a point to go on YouTube on the trailer and read the comments, and I had the comment. Like I was like, I hate to break all your hearts, but this movie was absolutely ridiculous. Like it was so stupid. Like this is the worst movie ever. I've never gone back on YouTube to see if anyone's bitching at me, but I'm sure they
You're
are.
a liar. You're a Russian bot.
Yeah, I've actually been called that before.
I have too, multiple times.
I go on. Okay, this is a fun hobby, man, because everyone says, "What? You read your news where?" So I'll go on Yahoo. Okay, like I'm the only person on Earth who still goes on Yahoo,
Yeah.
and I go to their news and I read their news, and there's the articles. Once you start reading, you're like, there's like they have the catchy gotcha headline. Then you read it, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's a complete letdown. So I started reading the comments. This is years ago, and the comments are awesome on there. Like they really are. And I like to participate, but then I get called a Russian bot.
Oh yeah. You're just a bot, man.
Another Russian bot
over there.
Yeah, with facts.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just like spitting out statistics. Like you don't understand the nuance of it all.
It's pretty much exactly how the arguments go. I argue about everything on there.
Oh shit.
I haven't done that for a while, but I did used to love that because I would go in there and check stock market stuff because I kind of like how like it's set up for your watch list and stuff. But then I would go in the news and harass people like a keyboard tough guy.
Keyboard warriors needed.
You can't swear, so you have to find creative ways to insult people. It's fun. I feel like I'm working, you know, like not blue.
You're doing God's work.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really watched anything. I've had a super busy week. So I mean, it's just been I haven't even finished Hill House. I got to like episode 6. I haven't even done it.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah,
friend.
you need to try to polish that one.
Halloween's over. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, right. Now you're moving on.
Yeah, I mean, it was good though. It was something I would suggest people watch.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'll
I
be
couldn't
honest with you.
recommend that one enough.
Yeah, I was watching it with someone, and then they pretty much told me the whole fucking ending, and I'm like, "Why are you telling me this? You're ruining this for me." So now I don't have any intention of watching it anymore.
Wow, that's kind of a dick move.
It wasn't on purpose, I don't think, but I was like,
Yeah.
I just lost all interest in this. Thank you. Thank you for wasting the last 6 hours of my life.
Yeah. Oh, so it ends like that, huh? Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
all
'cause
right.
That would really diffuse a lot of the scares.
Yeah, it diffuses your motivation to get excited about watching it too.
Yeah. Of course, you only have, let's see, you watch 6, so you have 4 more to go. I don't know. It's kind of like you got to finish. That close
Yeah,
to the end.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But yes. What have you been watching?
I watched Scream 4 the other night.
Scream 4. I wonder if I've seen that one. They all kind of mumbled.
We went to the theaters to see that one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I always wonder because those movies have kind of all became one to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, 1 and 2 were great. 3 was just a heaping pile of shit.
Which one was the one where they're like on a college campus and they're like
That was 2.
Okay, and they like go to do some research thing?
Or
was that on Scary Movie?
I think
like they go and do a
that was Scary Movie too. Yeah.
See, I'm really getting them all. You're right, it was Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So what was 4 like? What was that?
4 they did that came out around the time of all the reboots, you know, when they did Halloween and Friday the 13th and stuff.
Okay.
So they kind of their meta play there was doing the reboots. And Sydney Prescott comes back to town because she's selling a book.
Oh.
Then all of a sudden, and she came back on the anniversary of the Westboro murders. then all of a sudden, the murders start again. Yeah, and it's it's good though. It's an interesting one, especially after 3.
Sounds like a Scooby-Doo story.
Yeah,
and it was the reporter this whole time. They removed the mask.
Would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you damn kids.
You meddling kids. Yeah, but really, I haven't watched too much. Normally, I like to binge on some Halloween movies. I mean, I did go to Halloween, but it was just like, wasn't scary at all. It was just absolute abortion of a movie.
Wow. Yeah, I got my my fill of horror this year, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Topped off not to get ready for the holidays. And if Halloween was any indication on how those are going to go, fucking pumped. Let me tell you, I'm psyched.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's going to be a blast. My mom's actually going down there for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I can't wait for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Dude, Christmas? Whew.
Did you start shopping yet?
Yeah. You got the company party.
Oh yeah.
You have Leah's like big family party. At her house or at her mom's house, at my mom's house, at my aunt's house, then New Year's. And then there's normally like 1 or 2 other parties thrown in all in the month of December.
Jeez.
And then you got to do the whole Santa Claus thing.
Yeah.
And then you have New Year's.
I know. Like we've really turned these really joyful holidays into really stressful things.
Boy, you ain't kidding.
I mean, it's true. We really have as a society. It wasn't ever the intention to be like this. So.
Dude, you shouldn't need to go into detox at the first of the year.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, you do. That's why everyone joins gyms. They have to change their whole life, because they've been living so unhealthy for the last 3 months. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot to look forward to.
I enjoy them. It's fun. The kids, it's fun with the kids and everything like that.
I love Thanksgiving, Christmas. I mean, they're great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just think things get so hectic. Everywhere you go, it's hectic. It does, even like from now all the way to Christmas, it ramps up. You can't go anywhere. It's like super hectic, and it's like, ugh. So I don't look forward to that.
With the increased traffic, and if you have to go buy something at the store, just forget it.
Yeah, some lady wants to fist fight you in the parking lot.
Yeah.
For your shopping cart. Yeah.
Chop her up and put her in the shopping cart.
Yeah, she'll end up becoming part of our serial killer show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think our show kind of burned me out a little bit on scary stuff too. After the serial killer show, I was like, I don't even feel like watching anything scary anymore. My brain hurts too much.
I will say I did watch a couple of things on Glenn Rogers.
Pretty cool, huh?
Which, by the way, did you watch the My Brother's the Serial Killer?
No, I didn't. I heard about it.
Man.
Bad.
It is fucking gold. It is gold. He's like,
really?
My brother came over and he told me I got me one of them bodies in the trunk, and he popped his trunk, and sure enough, there was a dead girl in his trunk. I'm like, he shouldn't have had that. I decided not to say anything though, until like one time when he took me up into the cabin in the woods. And I found a dead body up in there, and I knew that guy, and he was a good guy. And I knew at that point I could either go the way of the righteous or I could become a serial killer just like my brother. But I looked to my tattoos. Okay, you see, I got the dragon right here. The dragon represents Satan. And this right here represents hell. Because if I follow Satan, I'll end up in hell.
Are you pointing to your balls?
Righteous.
Dude, you do a really good imitation. I don't even know what this guy sounds like, but I think you got it.
Oh, I got it. Dude, you have to watch. It
It's
is.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
It's
God.
called My Brother, the Serial Killer, the Glenn Rogers story. It's
Well,
fantastic.
well, there's like guys who have written books about him and his involvement with Nicole Brown.
Yeah. That's what really piqued my interest. I wanted to like.
Yeah. I mean, he
Yeah.
was a legitimate serial killer, though. I mean, he killed like women all the time. He
Yeah.
killed everybody. He was just like a murderer. I mean, he killed everybody.
Yeah.
Like he would go to a bar, pick up a girl, like hook up with her, and then he just had to kill her. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, seems like a bad first date. You don't typically get a second one when you go out with the whole clan.
Oh shit. But I guess on that note, we'll go ahead and end it.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed today's episode, check out more episodes at Kelly Digital on iTunes. And also kellydigitalpodcast.com. It's all there too. But all right, Adam, you'll be gone the next few weeks, so we have to find
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do the show, so
Yeah.
yep. You have to find a replacement.
yeah, so we'll get back with you when you get back from your vacation though.
Yeah. Sounds
He's
good.
gonna go find himself in a San Francisco bathhouse.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna clean up some shit. I have an internship out in San Francisco cleaning up poop.
Good luck with that. All right.
Highest paid internship in the country.
Sure is. Oh shit.